Hello, I'm here. Hi from Burnham-on-Sea on her jollies. Hi Emma. Hi Sophie Hook. I can see you. Who have I got? Nice diary. I thought you'd like that, BT. Hi Howard. Anyone else? Somebody else new? Molly Daly. She's watching me, my little baby. I've sent her out tonight because I needed the quiet to talk to you all. For those that don't know me, I'm Lisa Daly, Amaranth Orchid for FM Group. For those that do really know me will know that I suffer with stage fright, so Periscope is a great thing for me because I can sit at home and I can talk to you all night long. Hopefully not get too many nerves too. So I always like to start my presentations with a big shout out on people who actually inspire me and who got me here. And firstly, I have to give and take this big hat off to my mucker, Sharon Howard. Massive inspiration to me. It's just unbelievable. She's taught me so much about social media. She's taught me so much about Periscope. I spent a week with her in Italy and was absolutely brain frazzled by the time I came back, but I had so many ideas and obviously we bounced off each other, which was fantastic. So my first shout out has to go to her. She's one of my biggest fans in FM and has become a great friend to me too. Ian and Bruce Cordin, obviously they're always there for me. They're both 100% behind me. They attend all my trainings and I learn from them and they learn from me, which is great teamwork too. Sue Van Willer obviously introduced me to FM and has changed my life completely. I just really wanted to give you some inspiration tonight. This morning I watched a webinar from a diamond leader in Portugal who I thought was was really good. Gediminas obviously interviewed him, which was great. He gave us lots of tips and inspiration, so I always recommend people to watch webinars, Periscopes, and that's where you learn things. This is where I've learned so much, is just by dealing with likewise people that are just always giving you the hype about the products or the business opportunity or for whatever it is. So that was really who I wanted to thank more than anything. I always do that first because I think it's really important that people are recognised, and it's not always my own work. It's like, what if what's that? If you like what you hear, click the screen, it'll give you a heart. Yeah, thanks Rach. So yeah, each one of you has a coloured heart. If you like what I say, tap the screen, share me some love and give me lots and lots of hearts. Thank you. So obviously you probably know that I've been very successful in FM. I've been with them for over 2 years now, or coming up to 3 years, December. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey, not as a whole, but why I'm so passionate and why I've been so successful maybe. And I think that's really important. We had a meeting not so long ago with Anita from FM, and obviously she's she always says to me, you're one in a million, Lisa, you're passionate about it, and that's why you are successful. And I do think passion about what you do is really important. There's lots of network marketing companies around, and different network marketing companies are for different people. There's no doubt about that. For me, FM just had everything that I could have expected in a company. It wasn't targeted at one market, which I think is really important. And just for an example, a weight loss company, I couldn't recommend weight loss products to anybody because I don't necessarily need to diet and I'm not my own best advert. And I always think, why would, say, a 20-year-old girl join a network marketing business that was for anti-aging? It just doesn't fit. For me, FM fitted because I was a spray tanner and a spray tan trainer, and everybody that loves spray tans loves perfume, loves makeup. So I just knew that obviously with the trade that what I was in, it fitted so well with me. after I tried the products, obviously it became, you know, so much easier for me. I'm not a seller, but I still do over 3,000 points a month, and that is just purely on my passion and recommendation. I always say to people, you will never ever get anywhere if you don't use the product that you actually recommend. I don't even like the word sell, because I don't sell. I tend to just wear the products myself, and as soon as anybody even mentions it, that's it. It's straight out my bag, straight out my pocket. Here you are, I'm a distributor. This is how much it is. I showed a picture on my team page the other day of my purse. You know, I was wearing 146 perfume. Inside my purse was a leaflet, business card, and 5 146 samples. Now, should anybody say to me during that day, oh, you smell nice, or oh, what are you wearing? My purse was opened. Those samples were out and in their hand before they'd even said the next sentence. It's called 146. I'm a distributor for FM. Have a sample. There's my number. There's my business card. Job's a good one. I think that week I sold about 13 bottles of just 146, and that was just because I wore the products. I've done a lot of research and a lot of developing myself with training programs and stuff like that with the, you know, within the business itself. But this is because I have a training background for spray tanning. So obviously I already had that background of spray tanning, and obviously that helps me heaps when I'm learning with FM, or I'm training with FM, should I say. So I think for me, because I had sort of 20 years experience in HR, and then I had the experience of becoming a spray tan trainer, the one taught me all about people and different people and how to handle different people, and then the other side of it, the training program, give me the confidence to actually train people. I look really in depth into sort of the products and the opportunity, because I just felt that if it was something that I was going to teach or something that I was going to introduce to people, then I felt that I needed to be 100% sure on what I was talking about. And my knowledge for FM is phenomenal, you know, on its products and, you know, the structures, the trees, absolutely everything. And I went to Amaranth within 12 months, so that just proves obviously that I kind of knew what I was doing, so what I wanted to talk to you a little bit tonight about as well is just some of the products and the reasons why. And this was a real eye-opener for some people, and it was just about not your everyday perfume. It was about this little product here. This is the Aloe Washing Up Liquid, which just happens to be one of my favourite products from FM. But I'm going to tell you this little story because I think it's really, really important that you understand the importance of training and understanding your own product knowledge. I use a lot of household products, and I love the FM products. I love the furniture polish, I love the bathroom cleaner, I love the way they smell, I love the way they make my house sparkle, and it was great. But I always used a different branded washing up liquid, and I had tried the washing up liquid, but from probably a brainwashed comment, I'd always stuck to it. And I think it's because we use a branded product because it foams more when we're washing it and gives us the illusion that it's cleaning more. However, it's not actually doing that, because after I did my research and training, and obviously Martin did a lot of, taught me a lot as well, I spoke to Louise Clifton about it. And I actually said to her, just the washing up liquid, I can't get to grips with that. And this is me talking honestly, because that's me all over. And she said, do you know something, Lisa? The washing up liquid that you use, the branded washing up liquid, when that's actually washed with pots, pans, dishes, plates, cups, glasses, whatever, scientific tests have actually shown that those chemicals, that product that you're using, are actually left on your plates, your cups, your glasses, and everything that you actually wash with. She said, so in respect, you are actually putting those chemicals back into you while you're eating off that plate or while you're drinking off it. She said, so when the tests were actually shown for the FM products, yes, it didn't foam as much, but it actually cleaned the product properly and there were no chemicals. Now, when I kind of think about this with hindsight, what we did used to have was kind of like you wash it off and you'd rinse it on the draining board and then you put it upside down. Occasionally you could actually smell the chemicals when you were drinking a glass of water, or if you were sometimes gets like a ring around the top of the glass, and that would be the chemicals that were left with a branded name. Now, the other thing is, what I also used to have was really bad dry hands, but I put that down to sort of spray tanning and the weather, and, you know, because I was permanently washing or scrubbing spray tan off my hands. However, since I've now switched to the yellow over probably 8 months ago, my hands are now just as soft as anything. And obviously I have the confidence now in the product that I'm actually washing my dishes with, that there's no chemicals going into my food, in with my food and my plates. So I think sometimes what we need to understand is why that product is good, and the reasons why we actually use it, because, you know, these are all sort of top tips. Do you know that using a branded Fairy Up liquid can, you know, still have chemicals left on the plates when you're actually using them? Another product that I think was just a real eye-opener, and I do talk about this at training, was the hand and foot peel, the orchid collection. And I think for me, I'd had a few bad negative kind of comments about it. Oh, you know, it didn't shift my hard skin, or it wasn't this, or it wasn't that. And then I took a trip down to London and had some skincare training on the actual orchid collection. And I was taught how to use the product properly, and I understood exactly what the orchid extract did in those products. And I need to train that man of yours. Sean has soft hands as well. You've threw me totally off track now. So the hand and foot peel, anyway, I went down to London and I was trained by Martin on how to actually use it correctly. And I came back and I thought, I'm going to give this a go myself. I'm a flip-flop lover myself. So, you know, obviously I haven't got bad hard skin, but I thought it was definitely worth a try. So I applied the foot peel onto my feet. Didn't necessarily give it a rub, but I could understand people actually thought it was going to be really thick, gritty, and it wasn't. It was just quite soft. Applied it to my feet, put my feet in the sandwich bags, left it for 10 minutes, rinsed it off, applied the mask, left it for 10 minutes, rubbed it in. Okay, I can't tell you the difference in my feet, and that was because it was used correctly. Most people thought that the peel, they would actually rub on their feet and it would remove hard skin. It wasn't to do that. What it needed to do was be left on the skin for 10 minutes, and then that basically eats away at all the dead skin by you actually leaving it on the skin, so it doesn't even need to be rubbed. Now, because they weren't using it correctly and they didn't understand what the products actually did, they needed to be trained on that correctly. So for me, I can, when people say to me, oh, this doesn't, you know, this doesn't work or that doesn't work, I've always got an answer as to why it doesn't work. Was it because that product wasn't suitable for them? Was it because they didn't have the knowledge to use it properly? You know, I understand all that. It's like this perfume situation that we sometimes have. Oh, it didn't last. So they automatically think, oh, that's because it's FM. It isn't. That's because it's a citrus ingredient in the perfume oil as opposed to a musk ingredient, which is naturally going to last longer. So if somebody says to me it doesn't last, I would say, well, switch from a citrus then to a heavier fragrance. I have always got an answer, and I'm always proud because I have the product knowledge. And this is why training is so important. Now, if I can only say this to you, I am an amaranth orchid. Yeah, I have under 1,000 people, maybe, you know, about 750 to 850 people in my team, and the highest activity probably that FM has got. Now, this is because, you know, I do stipulate on trainings and say to them, look, training is so important, you know, it will give you the confidence in your business. And this is why I have some fantastic people in my team now, because they are learning so much about the opportunity that they have in their hands. If they can't get to training, then they watch my videos on a training group, or we can do a one-to-one Skype. So for me, yeah, my words to you are get to training. It's so important for you to succeed with this business. You need to understand the products that you're selling and be confident in them, because it's just, it will show in your body language, you know, totally. You know, I can't express to you how much it is. And this is why my passion does show, is because I'm 100% of what I've got in my hands to give to people. Another little tip that I obviously always like to talk about is, are you enjoying these tips? If you are, share me some hearts. Don't forget. Is this tea and this tea. Do we all know what this is made of? If you know what it's made of, let me know. Anybody come in? Anybody come in? Oh yes, it's made of crap. That's right. This tea bag is actually made from rubbish off a factory floor. Okay, this tea leaf is actually made from the best optimum parts of the leaf from China. This is what's left off the factory floor. It's put into a tea bag and we drink it. So what would your choice be now? FM tea or tea bag tea? I'm not going to say anymore. I'm not going to say anymore, because if you don't switch your tea to FM, there'll be trouble. If you want to drink tea out of tea bags off a factory floor, FM tea all the way. Love FM tea. So, one other thing that I always like to talk about is people going into perfume shops and looking at designer perfumes and stuff like that. And because we're quite proud of perfume oils that are in our fragrances, like 16% and 20%, then I think a lot of designer brands don't actually disclose how much perfumes or oil is in there. So I always get my team to actually go into a perfume shop and give the bottle a good shake, because if you shake the bottle and there's not many bubbles, there ain't much perfume oil in there. Okay, so what I'd like you to do next time you're out and about is shake the bottle and see how much perfume oils in there, and if there's, you know, if there's a fair few bubbles, then it's not bad. Lost connection. Has anybody else lost connection, or are you all still with me? Share me some hearts, give me the nod, give me a thumbs up. There's still a fair few of you online. Hey, there you go. So yeah, that's another sort of top tip that I'd like to share with you, is about my tea bags. Tea bags, washing powder and hand and feet peel. So obviously I will keep it coming. Now the other thing is the mineral makeup. The difference in mineral makeup to chemical makeup is phenomenal, you know, and if you can actually learn to talk about it straight off your tongue, the difference between the two, then you will be so much more confident in what you've got in your hands. So when you're actually recommending mineral makeup, people wouldn't even know the difference between mineral and chemical makeup. But if you can actually say to somebody, well, mineral makeup is anti-inflammatory, it's nourishing, it allows the skin to breathe, you can layer it and layer it on your skin and it still won't block your pores. Now if you can learn to say that off the top of your head, surely that makes you more confident in the product that you've actually got. Another good thing is, obviously, because it is mineral, it's going to last a whole lot longer. It's going to be, you know, it won't contaminate as quickly as a chemical based one. I myself haven't never suffered with acne, but I did have occasional breakouts or, you know, problematic skin and stuff like that. But obviously since I've switched to FM brand, I use the B-Glucan range and the mineral makeup, and I've never had a problem with my skin. So it's about understanding as well what you can recommend to people. So now I've taught your head off and I've shared a few top tips with you. I just wanted to let you know that I've just recently started my own YouTube channel. My last Periscope went onto YouTube, and obviously I'll upload this one for anybody that's missed it, so you know they can get a few good top tips. But I also have a special announcement made tonight at 9 o'clock on my FM distributor page. It was something from the heart that I need you all to read. Okay, and it's my very first blog. It was from the heart. It's not about selling products, it's about me as a person, but I think you all need to read it. So if you don't mind, can you all give me a thumbs up if you are going to log on to my FM Distributor West Midlands page and you are going to read my first blog tonight at 9 o'clock. I love you, Lisa. I love you too, Lou. Sharon Howarth, she's in. Anybody else? Kathleen Cass. Hi, Cass. Cam, not sure where. I'll tag you, don't worry. Yeah, it will be on Facebook. I can't find my thumb, but I have an arm. That's typical of you, Rach. Cool, that's good. If you log on to Facebook, go on to FM Distributor West Midlands, you can get all my updates on there, and obviously you'll get to read my first blog at 9 o'clock. If any of you are bloggers, please give me some feedback on what you think, because it will be absolutely great. For me, for now, over and out. I hope you didn't need any translation for my Brummie accent, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.